Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here with the weather update. We're starting with a look at the forecast for Saturday. The Peach Festival will be taking place in Ruston. And at this point, I suspect most of the day will be dry, but during part of the day, we could see some isolated showers and storms, but then things become a little more likely for wet weather toward the late part of the day. So I think most of the day will be okay for any activities outdoors, so keep your plans. But late in the day, anywhere after 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., we could see more wet weather start to move into the region. But as we talk about Friday, we're dealing with an isolated storm threat mainly along and north of Interstate 20. The storm threat continues to increase the farther north you go into Arkansas. But for us, we're dealing with just isolated showers and storms that may develop and move into the region. Then as we look towards Saturday, all areas across North Louisiana and up through Arkansas dealing with the slight risk for severe weather. This means isolated to scattered severe storms are possible. But based on latest forecasts, we may see something develop late in the morning. Otherwise, things may stay quiet until late in the evening on Saturday. So I think your plans will be okay. But as always, keep an eye to the radar. Now, fortunately, the radar is quiet for us today. We're just dealing with a few passing clouds and a lot more heat. And as we look to the west, we're noticing wet weather impacting Oklahoma City right now, or at least approaching Oklahoma City. That's all along and even behind the cold front that will eventually impact us here in the ArkLMS, and that's what brings us the storm chances for Friday and Saturday. But let's track things. Tonight, no issues whatsoever, just warm temperatures by 10 p.m. only down to about 80 degrees. And then as we look toward Friday morning, we start out in the mid to upper 70s, a warm start to the day. But as we head throughout the day, we will be looking to our north and west because some of the activity that develops in that direction could push towards us. So we'll be watching for that. But this model is still keeping us mainly dry as we head through Friday and even into Friday evening. So if you have any plans Friday outdoors, especially, I say you can keep them as well, especially if you want to get in the yard work. As we look ahead to Saturday morning, we'll see a few clouds building up from the south, likely doing parts of moisture pushing into the region. But we're still tracking activity to our north and west. We could see a spotty shower storm push into our region. This model has more of that activity to our east by the time we get to 3 p.m. But then later in the day, we'll be watching as more rain starts to move in. Again, with the front that'll be nearby, but it'll start to push into our region. So if you have any plans Saturday, I think the weather for the most part will cooperate. It's just the late part of the day we'll have to watch out for some strong storms. As we talk about what's on the way, again, we'll stay fairly quiet up until about Friday and Saturday. Sunday, we'll see another cold front push in our direction, or that same cold front push farther south. That'll trigger some showers likely early in the morning. And then that front will linger, another front will push in from the west, and all of that will mean more rain chances around as we head through the beginning of next week. This is a look at Wednesday, showing a lot of wet weather potentially impacting us. So it looks much wetter for us after Sunday, but up until Sunday, we'll still be watching for some isolated showers. This is a look at how much rain could potentially accumulate. Some areas could pick up anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain from now into early Thursday morning. I think most of this will fall during the beginning of next week. But tonight, we'll summarize the forecast like this. We're going with a low of 75 degrees. It'll be mostly clear, warm, and humid with a calm wind. And tomorrow, we'll see temperatures in the mid-90s. Today, we've already reached the low 90s. So another hot day is on the way, and we'll be watching for isolated storms. We'll talk more about our storm threat tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in.